apologies. I've had a lot of technical issues with this stream, and you've probably seen that there are like instances of like 3 streams trying to get going. And for the past 15 minutes, I've been trying to get going. And it's a bit unfortunate, but I will resolve that. I'm going to delete all the other ones so that it doesn't it doesn't get in the way of what everybody else might be thinking. But I'm here to do the live stream between the Jazz and the Memphis Grizzlies. This is a big one because this is the revenge of Taylor Hendricks. And Taylor Hendricks has started this game, which is something that I like. Curious to see how he's been doing because I've heard a lot of compliments from Grizzlies fans that they like him and they like what he's given. So you got to say that overall, you do have to like the performance. You got to like it. Now, I will go up and delete the other streams there that are going on because those shouldn't be there. But let's get about a bit on the game. So the last time that we really talked about the Jazz, we knew Taylor Hendricks got traded. We knew that Walter Clayton Jr. got traded. I personally haven't seen any of Taylor Hendricks apart from a few highlights on YouTube and some comments on Twitter. Same thing there goes with Walter Clayton Jr. I know they took a loss in their last game. Taylor Hendricks right there getting a rebound on that play. But overall, pretty. So far, so good. So far, so good for Taylor Hendricks. Like, I think it's one of these situations where I felt when he was with the Jazz, like, even though I felt he was okay, I always kept wondering, like, okay, so what exactly is it that he does? Every time when anybody talked about Taylor Hendricks, it was always he's got a great body, but what about the skill part? There's been no points where I've been like, oh wow, did you see Taylor Hendricks shooting? Like, oh my God, look at the dunks that Taylor Hendricks is be doing. Look at that defense that Taylor Hendricks is be doing. Like, Taylor Hendricks is a defensive monster. Like, I've at no point ever said that. And unfortunately, I think the injury to him, I think affected him, affected his development, put a lot of pressure on this season, especially when you look at what some of the other guys are doing. Keontae George development, Isaiah Collier making a real push, Cody Williams making a real push as well. And I think when you add that on top of that, it definitely made it a lot harder for Taylor Hendricks. But I still think that the Jazz made the right decision. But I'm very curious and interested whether Taylor Hendricks can prove me and everybody else wrong, prove Will Hardy wrong, that they was wrong for giving up on him. Because so far he looks good in a team system. He's not really getting exposed, which is something I did notice a lot with the Jazz. Like, all of his weaknesses were being exposed, and it's reasons for people like myself, have commented on Taylor Hendricks. But so far for the Memphis Grizzlies, like, he's looked pretty good. And the game is pretty close. Like, right now, he's guarding Isaiah Collier. Isaiah Collier there with a nice little three for Zay. Hold on, that one deserves some mega horn action. There we go. The return of the mega horn. Let me turn my volume down a little bit. But I do hope that Taylor Hendricks does manage to continue his game. And there he goes. Taylor Hendricks there with a nice in the face of Isaiah Collier and in the face of the Utah Jazz for trading him. It doesn't look like Walter Clayton Jr. is going to be playing. He looks like he's in street clothes at the moment. But I'm very curious to see what his development looks like. But right now, games are going on break. I'm going to take a quick break. I got to do a few YouTube stuff and get a ton of stuff sorted there because my OBS system that I used for the stream has just completely messed up. And as you can see, no border visuals, not like none of that. But I do have something in the meantime that could work because yeah, but I'll see if this works. But I'm gonna take a quick break and then I'm gonna sort some stuff out. I did it again. I did it again. I did it again. Ugh. I keep doing that. I keep forgetting to take myself off mute. Guys, like, listen, there's somebody there in the chat, like, for crying out loud, like, you gotta start, like, if you see my face and you just hear you gotta say something. All right. Like I was saying before, like I can't believe, we don't have many games left in the season. About 25, 26 games or so. And it's going to go super quick. And then we get to the playoffs. And you can believe I'm going to be streaming as much of the playoffs as I possibly can. Because those are going to be good. I gotta cover some Hornets. Ace Bailey right there with a 3. That's a miss. This is going to be a turnover. Jazz up by 6 right now. Just shy of 11 minutes to go. Taylor Hendricks is on the bench. We still got G.G. Jackson there with a 3. That's a miss. Kevin Love in the game now. Yeah, we're definitely going to need him. You know they're going to just – Yusuf Nurkic is going to be like – he is not playing. They're going to make sure to get this damn draft pick. Did I mention that I hate tanking? Oh, that's a 3 there by the Grizzlies. That's got to be a foul. G.G. Jackson, they're getting a bit too rough there with Cody. Cody bump falls over. It's going to be side out. Jazz ball. Cody's going to inbound pass the ball though, to Kevin Love. K-Love right there to Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey, he's got G.G. Jackson there that's on him. That's a lot of size that Ace Bailey's going to have to deal with. G.G. Jackson doing pretty well, but Ace Bailey says, and Ace strains it. Cam Spencer's going to bring the ball up. I like the fact that, Jalen Wells there with a 3. That's a miss. Did well on that last 3, though. But that one just not quite good enough. Oh, that's another defensive stop there. And on the other end, Jazz get a monster dunk courtesy of Kyle Filipowski. Nice little play there by Kevin Love. Oh, that's too easy. Where's the defense, guys? Come on now. Where's the defense? Oh, there's another bucket there by Cam Spencer. Jazz still up by 7, though. Jalen Wells putting some pretty good defense there. That's a steal there. Ace Bailey there with the poor handles. Cam Spencer up to Jalen Wells. G.G. Jackson there with the ball now. Screen set. GG there driving. He gets a bucket. And Grizzlies there slowly coming back. That is not good enough at all. Will Hardy there on the sideline, a little annoyed, but I can completely understand. Expect a bit better. All right, game's on break. I'm going to take a quick break myself. I still got a few things I need to sort out in the background. Again, apologies for the lack of visuals. Something is up with my OBS studio when I loaded it up, and I got in late from work. But I'll be right back though, and then we will take it from there. Uh, Oh,
Oh yeah. Oh
yes,
yeah. Oh
people.
yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. We got about 90 seconds left in the second quarter. Jazz are up by 11. Javon Smalls now, former Chicago Bulls player, here has the ball. He's trying to set things up. It's so interesting now because like there was so many trades there that I was not kind of clued up on. Like I recently saw that Benedict Mathurin is playing for the Clippers now. I think that's a great pick for him. And now Javon Smalls there with the Grizzlies. It's going to take a while to adapt to all the changes, but by the time that happens, first we got to give it a little love to Vince Williams Jr. there on another three there for the Jazz. Good for him. Oh, he must be. And he got Lover in there. Oh, Lover in there gets blocked. Good defense there by the Jazz to at least try to defend that one. Jazz are doing pretty well. Filipowski right there driving to the basket. He gets another bucket. Jazz are up by 14 right now. Make that 12. Maxence Prosper has become quite a problem here for the Jazz. His athleticism has been really good to whereby the Jazz have kind of struggled with it a little bit, or at least the assignment. Like I know Cody's kind of struggled with dealing with him. Filipowski's struggled a little bit dealing with him, but like he's been pretty impressive for me, Maxence Prosper, and I've seen a little bit of him in the G League last year when he was with the Timberwolves. But it does look like he's gotten better. Hopefully, he gets a good chance with the Grizzlies, though. All right, it's 3 seconds there. Isaiah Collier there with a shot. That is a miss there by Isaiah. Taylor Hendricks trying to set it up for Jemai Meshack. That's a miss. And that's, I think, is that a travel? Yeah, it looks like it's a travel. And we got 0.5 seconds left. But the Jazz are up by 12 right now, 67-55. Jazz are going to have the ball right now, and literally all they have to do is inbound pass this ball, and then it is over in terms of the first half. There it is. Turnover. Memphis getting the ball, but the Jazz are up by 12, and now we're at halftime. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm also going to take a break. There's a few other things I need to do. When I come back, we're going to do like what we normally do. We're going to take a look at the box scores and see how things are with these players, because I haven't taken a look at anything. How this stream started has been all over the place to what I wanted. As you can see, there are no visuals on the screen, no kind of overlays. And normally I have overlays and things are a bit all over the place. But I'll be back and then we'll take a look at the box scores probably in about make it like 5 minutes. And then we'll take a look at everything before we kind of get started with the third. Okay. Let's take a look at a few things. Hold on. Let me share my screen. And then we could take a look at the player performance. So this is the Jazz right now, where 52% from the field, big improvement like that. Explains why we're in the lead. We're actually 50% from three. Fantastic. That's better than what you could have ever asked for. 57% from the free throw line. That's not great. But look at who we have there shooting free throws. Kevin Love, I mean, that should be better. Elijah Harkless. Yeah, I mean, they've only taken 7. So, it's you can't really judge too much. But the eye test, I mean, I'm gonna say Vince Williams Jr., I think is done pretty well. I know they got like Philip. I mean, I thought Filipowski was okay, but when I'm looking at the box scores, like Filipowski is pretty good. 14 points in 10 minutes for Filipowski. Damn near 90% from the field. Only took 1 3, but nailed it. Only had 1 free throw, but nailed it. 1 rebound, 1 assist. Like good performance overall. Although, yeah, John Conchar, I thought also had a decent game. Ace Bailey, for me, it's been good. He's at a plus 13. Yeah, that makes sense. 12 points in 15 minutes. Now, see, this 5 out of 13, like these are rookie efficiency. That will eventually change next season. That 5 out of 13 will end up looking more like 7 or 8 out of 13. But I mean, that just tells you, he's on his way there. I mean, and the Jazz are clearly trying to set things up for Ace Bailey to shine, to look good. 13 shots. Disappointing that he only made 5 of them from the field. 7 threes attempted, only made 2 of them. That's poor. Gotta say that. 6 rebounds, though. Nice one there on the rebounds, crashing the boards. 3 assists. That's what you want to see. 2 turnovers isn't great. 1 block, though. I did remember that. And then Isaiah Collier there. He's got 10 points, 12 minutes. Only 3 assists, though, but he hasn't played as many minutes as I thought that he would. Things are definitely being shared out between him, Elijah Harkless, and Vince Williams Jr. So that's something I expect. So the plus minus does kind of make sense. I can't talk about Kevin Love, Blake Hinson, or Bryce Sensabaugh, or Elijah Harkless, to be fair, because they haven't played at least 10 minutes. And then Oscar Tshiebwe, there he's played 11 minutes so far. I like the rebound in there from Oscar Tshiebwe. That's the one thing I could like. I didn't even have to look at the 4 there that I've noticed there. And Vince Williams Jr. loving the way he's circulating the ball really well, and his defense has been great. The 3 assists, which is nice, same as Isaiah. So you gotta love that. 2 out of 6 from the field is okay. Expect that eventually to be better. 50% from 3, that is fantastic. So I do like that from him as well. But I think the Jazz are looking at Vince Williams Jr. as somebody that they can have part of their squad. I think that's what this is about. I've heard stories about how, when teams allocate numbers for players, they definitely have them in a positive light. And someone like Vince Williams Jr., they are definitely looking at, in comparison to John Conchar, who's at a number 55. And then looking at Memphis, see, I could see right on the screen, like the last thing that I talked about was Maxence Prosper. They have 10 points so far. 10 points in 14 minutes. Like he's been the best offensive player. Like, damn. 5 out of 8 from the field for Maxence Prosper. 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, and a block. Like filling up the stat sheet. I know he's got that -8 plus minus. And I know that's come from the defensive side, but like I really like I like Maxence Prosper. Like he's looked really good. Our guy Taylor Hendricks there, if you have been a Jazz fan, I thought it's been all right. You know, like nothing really special. 2 out of 6 from the field, 50% from three. Does have 6 rebounds though, which is good. But you know, nothing like I'm like, oh wow, like you know, we really regret trading him. But you know, we still got some time left in the game. Game is about to come on. Not sure there's going to be any changes, but really interesting. Really interesting. Again, I do hope Taylor Hendricks does manage to get it all together. Yeah, I think you know, as a Jazz fan, like you just want to, yeah, you just want to see people prosper in life, and you know what, that's not just for you know just for being a basketball fan, but just in general. All right. Jazz have the ball now. Ace Bailey there with another 3. That's another miss from him. So he's now 2 out of 8 from the field. Let me stop sharing my screen and then we could kind of get on to normal. That's a 3 there by, I think that's Taylor Hendricks there. Taylor Hendricks right there passing the ball to Meshack. Jalen Wells right there trying to drive to the basket. He gets fouled there by Ace Bailey, and he's going to go to the line to shoot 2. All right, Jalen Wells there making the first of the 2. All right, Jalen Wells making the second of the 2. Oh my God, how are you turning the ball over from an inbound pass? Like, man, that shouldn't be happening. That's what I'm trying to say. It shouldn't be happening. Jazz there turning the ball over from the inbound pass. Like, that's just poor. They're up by 10, but you know, Memphis have an opportunity to really reduce this lead, and is that Meshack there getting a bucket, dropping that lead to 8. John Conchar now with the ball. He's going to pass it to Ace Bailey. Then Ace Bailey's got the ball now to Filipowski. Filipowski trying to find. Oh, Filipowski losing the ball. Filipowski gets the ball back. No, but Lovering. That's going to be a jump ball. Oh, they call it a ball kick. What? Like, hold on. Who kicked the ball? Was it Filipowski that kicked it? Hold on. What kickball? It's not a kick. It's crazy. Shout out to the one person there in the chat. Much appreciated. Let me know who you are cheering for. Are you a Jazz fan or are you a Grizzlies fan? It's been an interesting game now. I mean, this is definitely an early game, even for myself. Normally, games would be starting like now, you know, or even at the top of the hour. All right, referee blows the whistle. Looks like there's a few little shenanigans. I wonder if the Jazz are going to win this game. Because we all know they're in tank mode right now. They are looking for every single loss they could possibly get. Isaiah Collier right there with the ball. Isaiah there with a nice mid-range. Good for him. Lead then increased by 10, but we cannot underestimate these Grizzlies. Shout out to Backdoor. He says, normally I go Jazz, but there's missing so many players. Then he goes on to say, normally. Oh, and then says neither, but I got money in the Grizzlies. Sadly, no, that's fine. I understand that. I understand. Um, I will say, I mean, it is possible the Grizzlies could come back and win this, but it's like you just said. Grizzlies got a lot of players out. Um, I think that they are looking to tank as well, and I think teams like the Grizzlies and the Jazz, up until for the next 6 weeks, 8 weeks, like this is what it's going to be. It's just going to be full blown tank mania. James Swart there say, welcome back, James. Says, easy win for that Jazz. Too many injuries for the Grizzlies. Completely agree. Completely agree. Like it's crazy. Even and I heard online that even Walter Clayton Jr. he's got an injury, so he's out. He's there in street clothes though, but like it's something where the Jazz should win this. But as we all know, and as we've seen over the past 7 to 10 days, the Jazz are looking to tank. So could the Jazz get a loss? Like, I think it's possible, but you just never know. You never know. Like this Grizzlies team now, they are bare thin on talent. But thank you very much, guys, there for the comments. Much appreciated. All right, that was a miss there on that end by the Utah Jazz. Jalen Wells there driving out. Oh, that's a steal there. Isaiah Collier doing well to get the steal on that. Filipowski picking the ball up, trying to set up John Conchar. Filipowski right now with the ball. Filipowski, he's got to watch out. He's losing the ball now. Oh, that's a missed three there. And Lovering, I think is his name, Lovering. Yeah, Lovering. What a name. Lawson Lovering. There. Ends up getting the rebound. Isaiah Collier there with the ball now. We got 7 minutes, 50 seconds left in this game. In the quarter, I mean. Ace Bailey's got the ball now. Jalen Wells literally doing a pretty good defensive number on Ace Bailey to kind of keep him quiet. It's quite obvious that the Jazz are really looking to put the ball in Ace Bailey's hands, give an opportunity to go out there and really light it up. But I would definitely say it's the efficiency that Ace Bailey hasn't really been able to solve this season, but it is his rookie season. I don't expect much there in regards to that. Taylor Hendricks right there getting a dunk on Ace Bailey. Shout out to, you know what? No. We got to do this the right way. We got to do this the right way. Yo, shout out to Taylor Hendricks. Taylor Hendricks there getting a dunk on Ace Bailey, getting a dunk on his former team after they dumped him to the Grizz. What else can Taylor Hendricks do? We're going to see today. Oh, that is a three ball right there. That time by Gigi Jackson. One of my favorite prospects out there. Cody Williams there going for a layup. He gets blocked there. That time by Jalen Wells there. Taylor Hendricks out there with another dunk. He ends up dunking it there on the Jazz. I will say this. Scores get winding down. The Jazz at 75. Memphis Grizzlies 71. Backdoor. You might end up getting your money. Like I've been saying, the Jazz are hunting for a loss right now. They want losses. And I get it. That's the NBA, but someone shoot me and put me out of my misery because I don't know. I can't. I love sport too much to just go up and accept tanking, man. Yeah, it is what it is. Nevertheless, I'm gonna take a bit of a break. I'm gonna go sort out the rest of my dinner, and then I will be right back. I'm gonna put back on the "Be Right Back" video, but don't worry, I'll be right back though. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. Game is back on right now. Ace Bailey now has the ball now. I don't think there are any other changes. No, we got the same lineup as before. Taylor Hendricks still in the game. We're going to watch him very, very, very intensely. Filipowski there getting a nice little bucket there for him. Good for him. He's going to get a lot of games. Now, Filipowski there having a pretty good game. He's got 18 points and 3 steals. Damn. Hold on. Filipowski has 3 Yeah, Filipowski there. 18 points, 3 steals, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Nice one. Filipowski right there filling up the stat sheet right now. Will you forgive me for the sounds? That is my dinner calling me. I will not go and get it yet, though, because I'm going to stay with you guys here to watch the game, provide some good basketball commentary, and have some good hoops talks. Oh, I did miss something. Backdoor gives the crying emoji. That's fine, man. That is fine. All right. Jazz is still up right now, but they're only up by 8. We do have a couple of changes right now. Vince Williams Jr. is in the game now. We got Blake Hinson there. And I'm pretty sure I've seen this Blake Hinson there be part of the Los Angeles Lakers Summer League team. Oh, that's a turnover there. John Conchar right there looking for Oscar Tshiebwe. Wasn't able to find him. And unfortunately, it does mean it's a turnover. And it's going to be Grizzlies' ball. Cam Spencer has the ball now. Cam, the way out of the Grizzlies are really making Cam Spencer a nice, good, all-rounded player. One of the rare few players out there you could honestly say, when you look at his age, 24, 25 years old, more on the older side. Yes, he's got a great skill in that. He's an absolute marksman shooter. And he's been a steal of a second-round draft pick for the Grizzlies. I'm actually also a fan of his brother as well. He's another older one there as well. But that's a 3 there by Cam Spencer. He misses on that one. Normally you see better shot diet there from him, but Jazz on the other end making him pay now. John Conchar there getting another bucket. Jazz up right now by 6, 79-73. Maxon's Prosper there with a 3. That's a miss. Tshiebwe right there getting the rebound on that one. And Bryce is going to bring the ball up. I want to see more from Bryce. That's a 3 there by Cody. That's a miss. Tshiebwe there getting the rebound. Nice one there by Tshiebwe. They do blow the whistle there, even though he gets the rebound, though. I think they call him on a foul. And it's going to be back there to Memphis ball. All right, we got Lovering coming back into the game. Lawson Lovering, LL. All right, Javon Small right there to Cam Spencer. Back. Cam Spencer there with a 3. That's a miss one. Cam Spencer not having a good shooting night. Not having a good shooting night. Like Cam Spencer normally is like bang. Just making it rain. And Cam, I mean, he's only 1 out of 2 from 3, but it feels like he's a lot, like it's a lot more. But right now, he's only 50%, which isn't bad. Cam Spencer out there to Javon Small. Javon Small right there trying to go for a layup. That gets blocked there by Tshiebwe, but I think that they now blow the whistle there, and Tshiebwe, he's going to go. Sorry, Javon Smalls is going to go to the line, I think. And they're going to... Oh, nope. No, it's going to be side out. All right, Cam Spencer there. Cam Spencer, they're getting a layup. All right, Grizzlies coming right back into this. Yeah, not far off at all. That is... Oh, wow, that's a tough shot there. Nice shot there by Bryce Sensabaugh there. Getting a nice little mid-range shot. Putting the Jazz up by 6. Javon Smalls out there to Lovering. Lovering out there to Smalls. To Kyle Anderson. To Cam Spencer. Good defense there by Cody. Back to Kyle. Kyle Anderson there with a 3. Oh, wow. Kyle Anderson dropping a 3. The Jazz, I think, they're going to get the push. Jazz might get the loss that they seek with the way how they're playing right now. It's not good enough. Not good enough. All right. Game is on break. I'm going to take a break as well, and I will be right back. All right. I'm back. We got 2.5 minutes left, and the Jazz are down by 2. Oh, that was close. Javon Small's doing really well. Driving to the basket. He does miss, though. And I have to say, I'm quite disappointed in the Jazz because I really expected more from some of the more fringe guys. Ja Morant is in the building. He is not sitting on the bench. He's sitting a little bit behind with Cedric Coward next to him, along with Georges Niang. All right, Javon Small missing both of them. Wow, that's terrible. All right, Vince Williams Jr. right there passes it to Hinson. Hinson right there dropping a three deuce, a three piece. Can we get a biscuit? Oh, that's a miss, another missed shot there. Hinson there getting a rebound. Oh my God, no, that doesn't work. That's a poor pass there from the Jazz. You gotta say that. All right, that's another drive there by the Grizzlies. Grizzlies now, they're down by 3. Jazz have the ball now. Bryce Sensabaugh there, passing it out. Shibwe there with a floater. Nice one there by Shibwe. And we got Javon Small now, Lovering there getting a dunk. It looks like he got fouled on that one. And the Grizzlies there slowly but surely making themselves back into this game. It's crazy. All right, Lovering there with a miss. Jazz got the ball back. And we got 70 seconds left in this quarter. Bryce Sensabaugh there with a 3. That something is up with Bryce's shot. Like the arc on that is way different than how it used to be. Oh, that's another dunk there by the Grizzlies. Grizzlies down by 1. Oh, that's another miss there by the Jazz. Grizzlies there driving. They take a miss. Hinson there with another rebound. He's actually been pretty good, Hinson. Bryce Sensabaugh there. Going for a layup. Misses. Cody. Cody getting that one in, I believe. Jazz up by 3 right now, but Cam Spence has the ball, so you know what that means. That means that anything could happen right now. Grizzlies still down by 1, 88-87. This is going to be a low-scoring game, people. That's a block there, but third quarter is done. We got 12 more minutes of this. All right. Game is on break right now. I'm also going to take a break. And then I'll be right back for the fourth quarter. All right. We are back now for the fourth quarter. Let me fix this. Memphis are now in the lead. First lead that they've had in God knows how long. Ace Bailey there with a missed three. All right, Jalen Wells there with the ball. Passes to Mayshak. Mayshak there with a three. Mayshak drills a three and are happy. Hold on. Now that one's live. There we go. All right, Bryce Sensabaugh there with a turnover. Chichi Jackson there trying to go for a monster dunk. He misses on that one. Filipowski on the other end. He passes there to Hinson. Hinson playing pretty well. Hinson, I gotta say that. I mean, he's been around for a while. I'm pretty sure that's the same Hinson there that was part of Lakers G League, Lakers Summer League team. All right, and then Lovering right there increases the Grizzlies' lead. They're up by 6. Jazz performance right now is absolutely poor. I got to say that. It's not great. And then Jalen Wells there getting another bucket. Jazz now down by 8. It is falling apart now for the Jazz. It's falling apart on the Jazz. All right, Hinson right there getting a layup. Jazz players must be in on the tanking because they are playing awful right now. Gigi Jackson there with a missed 3. Filipowski there with a rebound. Bryce there getting a nice layup there. That lead that Grizzlies have has been reduced by 4. Oh, there we go. It's going to be a technical free throw. I think that time it was Filipowski. Cam Spencer's there going to take the free throw. He makes the free throw. Grizzlies up 97-92. They're up by 5 right now. Bryce Sensabaugh there, 7 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. All right, Cam Spencer's got the ball now. Bryce is on him. That's another 3 by Jalen Wells. And the Jazz are falling asleep right now. Right there to Ace Bailey. Memphis up 100-92. That's a 3 there by Bryce. That's another miss. Hinson right there knocking the ball out of bounds. It's going to be another turnover. Jazz were up by 10 a quarter ago. Now they're down by 10, 102-92. Not good enough. Not good enough. Not good enough. I'm going to take a break. Yeah. It's a bad performance so far. Where's my Be Right Back video? All right, we're back. 7.5 minutes left in this game. Grizzlies are up by 11 right now. Kyle Anderson just put one in. One of the guys that we traded for Jaren Jackson. And I could tell you this. Like, I think, what was his name there? Baco? Baco had money on the Grizzlies. Looks like the Grizzlies are going to win this. Like I was saying from the beginning of the game, the Jazz are looking for a loss every time they're out on the court. These are going to be some tough last 20 games of the season. I definitely think if you're talking like content for the channel, I'm going to have to be very sparingly on what games that I go up and actually live stream there for the Jazz, because like there's only so much tanking that you can take. Maybe games like this against the Grizzlies are not the one to go up and stream and do a whole setup. That's a three there. That's a missed three there by Javon Small. Jazz getting the rebound on that one. They're down by 12 right now with 6.5 minutes left. Vince Williams Jr. now has the ball. He's back into the game for Isaiah. He gets fouled. Can he help us to get back into this game? Maxence Prosper, probably one of the best players from the Grizzlies, which says a lot. Again, like I was talking from the beginning of the stream, Maxence Prosper's really impressed me. And to see him, year 3 now? The same year as Keontae George, same year as Taylor Hendricks. Still trying to establish himself. Had some time in the G League, was part of like the G League All-Stars last season. Really good for him. Really good for him. And he's been one of the best players there for the Memphis Grizzlies. So that is a good sign of where he could be going forward. All right, Vince Williams Jr. now with the ball. He's at the free throw line to shoot 2. He takes the first, misses the first one. That is not good. And Isaiah Collier sitting on the sideline looking to kind of come back into this game. He makes the second one there, Vince Williams Jr. Jazz are down by 9 right now, 108-97 with just a little over 6 minutes to go. G.G. Jackson there with the ball. He drives. Oh, that's a missed dunk. And they call a foul on that one. I think so. That's a combination between Filipowski and I think Hinson on that one. Maybe they call it on Hinson. What is the replay saying? No, that's all Hinson. That's Filipowski just catches a little bit of the tail end. They're going to put that one on Blake Hinson. Hinson's there trying to speak to the ref. Don't complain, Blake. Don't complain, Blake. Welcome to the NBA. G.G. Jackson then getting his first free throw there very awkwardly, to be honest. That one there just bouncing up and down like a bunch of ping pong balls. The Jazz haven't been getting to the line this game. They're 5 out of 19? That can't be correct. The Jazz are 56% from the free throw line. That's poor, man. We're not getting to the line. Like, that's the problem. We don't have a lot of guys getting to the line. Like, that's not good enough. I know this is like the reserve unit, but some of these guys are going to have to be playing next season. And you're starting to look at it and be like, no. I'm like, guys, come on. Filipowski going to the line to shoot 2, but I think Memphis are gonna challenge this. It's gonna be a timeout. Yep. They're down by 13. I'm gonna take a quick break, but I'll be back by the time we get to the result, though. All right. Filipowski loses the challenge. Grizzlies get the ball back, unfortunately. But the ball goes out. And now it's Jazz ball again. Or do they call a foul? Nope, it's Jazz ball now. So it didn't really matter nevertheless. Jazz are going to get the ball back. And Isaiah there with a turnover. Jalen Wells there. Oh, that's a block by Filipowski. Nice one there by Flip. Getting back there to try to block Jalen Wells' shot. And I got to say, James Swartz says, was wrong. Turns out the Jazz may lose. Yep. That's exactly what it looks like is going to happen. Right now, they're down by 13 with, 5 minutes to go? You know, the Jazz are finding any and every way in order to lose games, boy. This is a special talent. I'm telling you, special. Yeah, I think unless the Jazz start like knocking down the three ball, which they haven't been that great at doing it this game. The first half they were like at 50%, but this second half, like not at all. They haven't been great. And then Memphis have been better at the three. And speaking of threes, there we go. Gigi Jackson there. And now Memphis are up by 16. So James, looks like Jazz are going to lose this game. I mean, if this game goes on for another minute and a half and the game stays like the deficit stays like how it is, this like 13 to 16, then it will keep being what it is. All right, Isaiah Collier there, getting a bucket. Memphis has got the ball now. Javon Smalls out there to Jemai Meshack. Meshack there loses the ball to steal by Filipowski. He passes there to Zay. Isaiah Collier there gets the bucket. Jazz down by 12 right now. I mean, it's still a lot. Still a lot. It's a timeout. But it's this is gonna be tough. All right, the commentators are out there talking about John Conchar and his impact with the Jazz right now with defense, and I mean, definitely they look better, but yeah, it is what it is. The Jazz's next game is on Monday against the Houston Rockets. I'll be doing that one. I won't be able to do the Thursday game against the Pelicans, but I will be doing the Saturday game against the Pelicans. So, and then the game after that, March 2nd, will be against the Denver Nuggets. I'll also be streaming that one. But I definitely owe one of the subscribers a Lakers game, so I will be streaming a Lakers game coming up. I was thinking about doing tonight, but after going through this game, I definitely need a bit of a break. But at some point, I'm going to do a Lakers game. I definitely owe my guy, Project Fortnite, one of the subscribers on this channel. I did say I was going to do that. That's another turnover there by Isaiah Collier. That's too many turnovers. Too many turnovers. I understand that tanking is the way forward, but let's not build up bad habits. Let's take care of the ball. Let's go out there and defend. And yeah, Ace Bailey gets fouled in that last play. He's gonna go. It's gonna be side out though. Will Hardy on the sideline. They're looking really intensely, probably wondering what in the Swiss cottage cheese is going on here. Ace Bailey now with the ball now. Ace Bailey, their fade away, missing on that one. I look forward to the day when his mid-range shot really starts to cement. Right now, it feels very rushed in comparison to what he was doing when I saw him when he was at Rutgers. Cody Williams there with a turnover. This is like, whoa, did we forget how to play basketball? Like, I know we're supposed to lose the game, but like, what are we doing? And thank God for Isaiah Collier, because Isaiah Collier right there steals it and gets the dunk. 103 for the Jazz, 117 for the Memphis Grizzlies. And to put this in comparison to you, we are absolutely getting destroyed in the fourth because Memphis have scored 30 in this quarter with 2 minutes left in the quarter, and the Jazz have scored 13. Like, I'm telling you this right now, like it really does look and feel as though it's like the Jazz players themselves are in on tanking. Because this is like, I'm watching this and this is bad. Taylor Hendricks looking pretty good. He's playing some pretty decent defense, getting around, putting himself in a great position to try to play defense. And Isaiah right there missing the first of his free throws. My guess is that he'll probably make the second. All right. Isaiah makes the second one, though. Jazz right now down by 13, but it is too little too late as far as I'm concerned. Jazz only got a minute 45 left. Just not enough to go force that deficit. It is another steal, though. Ace Bailey right there. Getting a nice little floater. Having to work hard for that one, Ace. He's not getting anything easy. Good defense there by Jalen Wells. Javon Small right there. He now has the ball. Jazz down by 11. If they could get the defense on this. Oh, that's a steal there. That's Isaiah Collier right there getting the ball back. Ace Bailey there with a monster dunk. The Jazz, at least, if they lose this game, they're making it somewhat respectable, but I think it just might be a little bit too late for it. 117 for the Grizz, 108 for the Jazz. Yeah, I think it's too little too late. Ace Bailey there with 18.6 rebounds, 3 assists. All right. Timeout is over. Memphis are going to do what they need to do and see if they're going to round out this game. That's a turnover. That's going to be Jazz ball. Looks like Memphis are trying to lose this one now. $117 for the Grizz, 108 for the Jazz. Okay, we got 53 seconds left. Taylor Hendricks coming out the game on that last play. Isaiah Collier, he runs into him and just runs into the back of his leg. And unfortunately, he's feeling a little bit strained on that one. And Isaiah Collier right there trying to set it up for a Cody. Ends up getting blocked by Lovering. Jazz are down by 9. And it looks like they are trying to win, I think. Cody's going to the line to shoot 2. Jazz are in the bonus right now. Let's go. All right, Cody. All right, Cody misses the first one. I'm sure the tankers are like, yep, that's how you do it. All right, Cody makes the second one, though. It's going to be 109. 109 for the Jazz, 117 for the Grizz. 43 seconds left. Looks like both teams look like they're going to take at least the last, 40 seconds of this pretty seriously. And the next few plays are kind of going to decide the game. or next couple of plays. You know, the Jazz get a couple of threes, then things look a bit different. Jazz playing some real intense defense. Have you noticed there that they haven't even brought on Elijah Harkless in a while? They call a foul on Isaiah. Right now, the Jazz are practicing, getting ready for what playoff basketball is going to be like next season. Going really intense right now on the Grizz, forcing them to shoot some free throws there with some fouls. Now, Maxence Prosper is going to drain his first one. What about the second now? Yeah, he drains the second one. All right, Jazz still down by 10. It's way, way too much, in my opinion. Oh, wow. Isaiah Collier there hits a three. Too much time. 30 seconds. G.G. Jackson there. They're going to waste time. And then Jemai Meshack, he gets fouled there. Jazz right there just practicing. Yep, keep practicing for the playoffs. All right, Jemai Meshack misses the first one. Boy, this would be something. Hey, Wondering Wizard, it's been a long time. How's it going, man? Like, I'm doing okay. Today's stream has kind of sucked because everything I'd initially planned didn't work out. So it's kind of been a bad one. Like normally I'd have my visuals in the background and all the overlays, but that wasn't working. So I've been kind of annoyed by the stream, and then by the fact that we're about to lose, and I like to win, even though I know the Jazz are trying to tank. Like, yeah, it's. I'll tell you this right now. I've said time and time again on this channel, I hate tanking. Like, I really do. I get why the Jazz are doing it. I do understand that that's what everybody else did before them in order to develop to develop a lot of their teams. But it's still a sport, and you shouldn't have tanking in sport. Like, it's the whole thought of the whole idea is ridiculous. And I think it's only because of the fact that I grew up overseas in the UK and you live overseas where like stuff like that is just like mind-boggling. To where like that would never happen within a lot of other sports outside the United States. But they've conditioned themselves to the point where they see it as just a normal thing. But I really think if they wanted to not have tanking, like they could have. I didn't force them to do it based off of you stop the draft, and then there's no more tanking for the draft, and then all those rookies, they just become free agents, and then they negotiate with teams to sign, and obviously negotiate how much they're going to earn, obviously based off of whatever teams have salary cap. But that's my honest thoughts about it. Like, I don't think it's going to stop. Well, next season it might stop because supposedly next season's draft is pretty weak. But I don't think the league themselves. I don't think that they want. I don't think that they really want to stop tanking. I think that they're only doing it is because so many people are talking about it, and now they're just like, "Oh, this is bad." But like, I kind of agree with a lot of the Jazz media in that. Why are the people complaining about this now? This has been the case for such a long time, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's OKC saying, complaining about this, like, hey, like this should be our draft pick. So it's interesting, but it's just kind of disappointing. But there's nothing that we can, or there's stuff that the fans can do, but you really need like the US fans to keep complaining about it. But I think after this season, like I think the talk about it will just fade away into oblivion. All right, we got 9 seconds left. Isaiah Collier there with a 3. That's a miss. And it is game over. And I am happy that this game is over. I can tell you that. It's a bad game. I want to see if Taylor Hendricks decides to speak to some of his former teammates. Obviously, Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to do that. Vince Williams Jr. right there going to hug his former teammates. That's very nice to see. I don't see Taylor Hendricks, so it probably means that Taylor Hendricks went straight to the back and was giving him the proverbial, yo, get the away from me. Yeah, literally, it's only. Oh, never mind. Taylor Hendricks and Bryce are talking to one another. Taylor Hendricks staying well away from. Oh no! Is he crossing? Oh, there we go. Yeah, he's going to dap up all the players. Taylor Hendricks. So Bryce got some love. Elijah Harkless got some love. What else is going to happen? What else? I don't see anything else. Keontae didn't get any love. At least from as far as I can see, definitely Will Hardy wasn't getting any love. He was not getting love. Will Hardy definitely wasn't getting any love. I find it like I didn't see Walter Clayton Jr. out there, and I don't blame him. Like they probably traded them and didn't even tell him. And I hear that happens a lot. So yeah, but I think that's going to be the end of that. It's been a great stream. Well, it's been a very up and down stream. This is not the type of stream that I wanted. I wanted all my visuals. I'll go sort out my OBS studio actually after this because it's definitely a bit weird. This isn't how it should have gone. But it's been a while since I've streamed, or else I probably would have ended up canceling the stream and then going to fix that kind of technical stuff and then just joined later. But because it'd been really 5 days since All-Star, definitely probably feeling a bit rusty. But yeah, guys, thanks for joining the stream. Wandering Wizard says, yeah, I will just watch the games next season, sticking to the box scores this season, just hoping that we get a good pick this year's. Honestly, Wandering Wizard, I think we have a really good team right now. I think there's a few little pieces here and there that we kind of need to sort out. But this year's pick, for me, is just the icing on the cake and the cherry on top. For me, the meat and bones of it is Larry Markkinen, Jaren Jackson, mixed with Keontae George and Walker Kessler. And then you still got Ace Bailey there. You still got Isaiah Collier there. You still got Filipowski there. And Bryce is getting better. And Cody's getting better. So it's one of them whereby I think the Jazz are in a great position. And whatever pick that they get is whatever pick that they get. For me, yeah. But well, I'm sure we're going to talk a lot more about that once we start getting close to the end of the season. I'll actually start looking at draft boards and who was projected where, and start looking what everybody else is saying, because that should be kind of a lot of fun. You also went on to say, I think the team is great as well, the most underrated in the league. Yep. And I think if it wasn't for them tanking, I genuinely think the Jazz would be in the play-in. I genuinely think that. So many games this season where I'm like, your Jazz are tanking. The game one of this year, January 1st, we faced the Clippers, and the first thing I said was they're tanking, and it became obvious. Like this team would be like next season. This team will be way better. Like I know everybody's talking about the draft pick, but trust me, this team is a lot better than what people realize, and we'll see next season for sure. So, but thanks everyone. Thanks Wandering Wizard. Thanks James Swart. Thanks Backdoor if you are still there. Looks like you put some money on the Grizzlies to win, and you won some money. Hope you've all enjoyed the stream, and I will see you next time, which will be on Monday. Monday against the Houston Rockets. So I'll do the stream then, and then we'll take it from there. But I will see you then. Hope you guys have a good weekend.